The ability to change. And if one can't change, evolution will pass you by. It's good to see everyone. It's a bright, sunny day. It's always darkest before the dawn. But we're gathered today to discuss the total collapse of society of 2022. And I have a lot in store for this one, and we're seeing this play out right now. But if we focus on the main points of this world-famous message, we'll be able to escape it and find ourselves on the new earth. So I hope everyone is doing well. Thank you, Bay Area believer. I appreciate it. It's my honor to do this. And we're in rough times right now, and we're seeing the evidence all around us. Many are falling. And today we're going to discuss the total collapse, as the bell rings, the total collapse of society. And, you know, some people might hear the apocalypse, right? We hear the apocalypse, and some people say, ooh, the apocalypse. And the apocalypse is a great revealing. And that's what we're all going through right now, a great revealing. And Ben, thank you very much. I appreciate you. It's my honor to do this. We're going through a great revealing. And as people are realizing, because the truth cannot be told, it can only be realized. We're realizing the authentic reality. And then are we able to change? And for 3 years, I shared with all of you the importance of change. And we're going to be talking a little bit more about that today. I'm just giving everyone a minute to come on if you're watching on the replay. And if you haven't done so already, please smash and obliterate the like button. It helps others find this message. And we're in rough times right now. We're all feeling the pressure. But under great pressure becomes a beautiful, strong diamond. And that's what we're headed towards. So I know that it's a rough time, but this is the shift that we've all been waiting for. It might not be what we thought it was going to be. And that's what this message is about today. How's the sound? Does it sound good? Making sure everything's ready to go. We were having a lot of glitches the last time I came live, right? A lot has changed since then, right? Look at the shift. We could see the shift all around us. But sometimes we get beaten down so that we could rise back up again like the phoenix. So we're going to really focus on these main points today. I'm going to share an overall theme of this message. And I want everyone to focus on this theme, and then we could understand, understand, and overstand why there is a total collapse of society in 2022. Hello, everyone. I am Michael, and I help guide people on the evolutionary journey. People will never change until the pain of remaining the same exceeds the pain of change. People will never change until the pain of remaining the same exceeds the pain of change. A lot of us know that change is kind of painful, right? We kind of fall into what is familiar and comfortable. And as humans, we don't want to change. And when we really focus on this theme, we could understand the total collapse of society, where everyone will now think different. We all are part of a society right now, and it is a certain way. And when we realize, because we have to realize the truth, when we realize the truth, then we'll be able to create something new. People will never change until the pain of remaining the same exceeds the pain of change. So society as a whole, across the board, is trying to remain the same. But change is evolution. And all people, all of society right now, most of society, 80-20, 80% of society, is holding on. And you could have people that are holding on to the mainstream narrative, right? People are holding on to limiting beliefs that were given to them since birth. And no matter what, they are holding on to these limiting beliefs. And then there are those that are awakened and they could see the truth. They know it's pure evil. They know it's pure evil, but they do nothing. Because in order to change, in order to walk away, we talked about walking away many times. If you're ready to walk away, please smash the like button so that others can find this message. People find it very difficult to change. People find it very difficult to walk away. So all people are resisting change. Energy is the ability to cause change, and we can detect energy's presence by noticing the change. Change is evolution. And across the board, all people don't want to change until it gets to the point where the pain of remaining the same exceeds the pain of change. That means people have to be beaten down. God is beating us all down right now. And we're beaten down until the pain of remaining the same exceeds the pain of change. A lot of us had a change in the last month and a half, right? I have, and many of you have. And we have to go through a lot of pain, right? A lot of pain of uncertainty, starting over. It's not easy. It's not comfortable. It's not what was familiar and comfortable for us. There's pain. Society is being beaten down until the pain of remaining the same exceeds the pain of change. And we all know that change is painful. We're all going through it now. You could share it in the chat. You could share it in the comments. You're watching on the replay. What are the things that you're experiencing right now? We're all experiencing this. So some people can see the pure evil, the pure satanic evil, and they still can't change it because it's hard to change. We're waiting. A lot of people are externalizing their power. Whether you hold on to the mainstream belief system of limiting beliefs, or if you're waiting for a savior. A lot of people are holding on. A lot of people don't like to hear this, but we're here to expand human consciousness and help people shift to the new earth. So people are externalizing their power. They either externalize the power to the matrix, they externalize the power for waiting for someone else to come save them when they didn't realize. You have to realize the power has been inside of you all along. It's been inside your DNA. So there's a lot of stagnation, right? The water must flow. Energy has to flow. An electrical current, right? There has to be current. There has to be change. Energy is the ability to cause change. And if there is no change, the energy builds up and then you have a burst. We see that with the solar flash. We see that with incoming energy that's measured in the Schumann resonance. When we have these bursts, when we have solar flares, for example, we then see it, the result of earthquakes and volcanism, increased volcanism, because that energy has to go somewhere. There's a change. There's incoming energy. So not only is this energy going into this world, this energy is going into society. And this energy is building up in society right now. And a lot of people They're resisting change. We don't want to resist. We want to flow like the water. So whether we're holding on to the matrix, whether we're holding on that maybe someone else is going to do it for us, we will continue to be beaten down until the pain of remaining the same exceeds the pain of change. This is our evolutionary journey. A lot of these concepts I've shared over the past 3 years. And in recent times, we're seeing everything. We're in the bottleneck of time. Look around, light warriors. Look at who's left. So now we're getting ready for this total collapse of society. And this is not about one topic. This is about all aspects of life. All aspects of life are collapsing. All of the subconscious programs of life are collapsing. And we have to realize that because of the matrix, because of subconscious programs, people were rooted in their ego. And instead of the truth, they have to prove that they are right. We're entering a new world where all people can share their authentic journey. And as I share about my journey, I like to share about every aspect of everyday life, all the way down, because we're all part of this world, even though we might not be from this world. If you're not from this world, please smash the like button so that others like us can find this message. We might not be of this world, but we're in this world. And that's why it's important to talk about many topics. And we're seeing this across the board. A lot of people think that, this is just about one topic or one aspect of life right now. It's about all aspects of life. There are so many attributes about life. There are so many different factors. And a lot of people, they only focus on one factor. But it's across the board, and it happens in every aspect of life. Yesterday I shared a video, and I got a little bit of flack from the video. People unsubscribed. See ya. People said, "How dare you talk about sports, Michael? That's judgment and expectations." And a lot of times, someone wants to present something, for example, and it's very important, but they can't hear you no matter what you say. They're set in their ways, and I'm sharing this from a place of authenticity, and you can use this real-life example. I will continue to give real-life examples no matter what, so that people can see the truth. A lot of people, saw maybe something, listened to 30 seconds and tuned off, and they missed out on the main idea of the lesson. And I'm using this as a teaching tool. This is happening across society. A lot of people, they're rooted in the ego. Judgment and expectations are lower vibrations that prevent you from becoming the person that you came here to be. For 3 years, the message stays the same. And you could go on yesterday's video and look at some of the comments. Judgment and expectations. How dare you talk about sports? Isn't that lower vibration? As I shared in yesterday's video about gaslighting of others, some people didn't even get to that message, part of the message. They actually reflected what's actually happening in the world. I will defend anyone, whether they're famous or whether they only know a couple of people. I am the defender of our everyday lives. And a lot of people need to awaken to all aspects of life. Some people think that there's only one path. There is an infinite amount of paths. When we're ready to realize that there's an infinite amount of paths and that all voices need to be heard, please smash the like button. Why don't you subscribe to the channel? And if you don't like it, see ya. Because we're going to keep the standard of being authentic from all aspects of life. We're seeing this right now, and it's really no one's fault because we were given subconscious programs. But we realize, and some people ask the question, why does there have to be a total collapse of society? And there has to be a total collapse of society in 2022, because the pain of remaining the same has to exceed the pain of change, because a lot of people refuse to change. And this is part of our journey. And, we could think about anything. I share with, one of my friends, he's very big into stocks, and some people, they're going to keep holding on because maybe stocks was always part of our lives until they're worthless, right? What is it going to take? Is it going to take, maybe the stock market to be cut in half? Is it going to take that 80% of maybe the stocks are worthless? The law of 80-20, you can't escape it, light warriors. Some people might hear some of these words and it might trigger something inside of them. But we're here to be authentic. What will it take? It's a question. What will it take? Does it take 80% of the stocks to be worthless? Throw them out. They're worthless? Is that what it takes? The question is, what does it take so that the pain of remaining the same exceeds the pain of change? Because a lot of people will refuse to change. I shared with you a few months ago, they can no longer hear you. Some people can never hear you. I shared a message yesterday, and I'm gonna, if you're watching this and you haven't seen it, I'm gonna pin the message at the pinned comment and take a look at that message, because it was probably, for example, one of my most important messages, but it had the least amount of views than any of the videos in like the past 6 months. I get the data, for example. No one was able to hear the message because some people saw maybe something it's not what they typically listen to, and they just bypassed it. They couldn't hear it. They had judgment and expectations. And scroll that message and look and observe. It's not about one aspect of life right now. It's about all aspects of life. And if you can change, or if a person refuses to change. And that is the evolutionary journey. That is the universal law of free will. And a lot of people, they're missing the fact that God operates with free will. With free will, will you let go? There was a lot of orbs in that one, Ben, right? It's not about the numbers, right, Ben? It's about the energy, right? That message was very important. You saw the orbs, right? You should check out yesterday's video. It was phenomenal, right? But it's about breaking down the ego, breaking down subconscious programs. It's no one's fault. Remember this. It's no one's fault. The writers of the subconscious programs that maybe did something on purpose, maybe it's their fault. It's not that many people, though. It's not our common everyday life people. But we have to realize, and until society can realize that we have to listen to everything, until society realizes that all voices need to be heard, until we're able to change, we cannot evolve. And again, sometimes in science we were taught survival of the fittest, competition, but it's actually survival of cooperation. So, think about every aspect of life and realize that, we're not going to have the experience that every single person has taken. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't resonate. But there is such a programming in the ego where people like to just, shut it off, thumb it down, instead of having an open mind, or say, you know what? And I shared this a long time ago. The law of 80-20. You're not supposed to agree with everything in your world, right? If you're following the law of 80-20, you might listen to me, you might listen to someone else. Remember, and versus or. This is about and. A lot of people are routed in or, and that's why we're having the total collapse of society in 2022. We have to let go of these expectations. We have to let go of all of these subconscious programs. They're not yours. You are the writer, dear one. You are the writer of the subconscious program. But we should remember these facts. And that's why when I shared the Hawkins scale of vibrational consciousness, authenticity is the highest form of consciousness, the truth. If you're here and you're learning something new, please smash the like button so that others find this message. You know, it's good stuff, but it's, so some people that appreciate it say I'm the most underrated channel. Well, that's okay, right? We do the best we can. We're like David versus Goliath right now. And only when we stick together, cooperation, will it get to the next level. We're evolving right now. This is our evolutionary journey. And I'm presenting something important today, and some people might not want to hear it. That's okay. But this is the truth. And some people will never change until the pain of remaining the same exceeds the pain of change. It is very painful to change. Change a job, change a relationship, change where you're living, change your beliefs. Whatever you believed 10 years ago, and many people right now, they see this and they can agree with this. I appreciate all the beautiful comments, keeps me going, Light Warriors, keeps me going. The whole world be burning, I'm still going, Light Warriors. I got the fire sword anyway, right? Think about 10 years ago. I'll raise my hand. Can you? They know who I'm talking about. They know who I can raise my hand. My beliefs 10 years ago are not totally what I believe today. That's called change. That's called evolution. And we're evolving year after year. Every aspect, things that I thought was true that were fake, and I learned that they were fake, Light Warriors. They were fake. I had limiting beliefs about my diet, and I changed a lot of my diet. Some remains, right? Like I taught you, you take what resonates and you leave what doesn't resonate. Some people will never change until the pain of remaining the same exceeds the pain of change. No one wants to say, get up. Oh, you know what? I've been doing this job for 17 years. 17 years I've been doing this job. And, now I have to start over again. Oh, I was supposed to have this career for another, 15 years or whatever, right? Oh, I have to lose all this money now. People don't want to do it. I know it's hard because I did it. But not everyone is ready to do it. And that's why we have to understand this phrase today. I'm sharing you. Some of you might have heard this phrase, and I appreciate all the beautiful comments, and see, I get distracted when I'm reading all the beautiful comments. Right? No, I appreciate it all. I'm going to keep going no matter what. Some people will never change until the pain of remaining the same exceeds the pain of change. And that's why you need to be in tune with your soul, with your higher self. You need to be in tune with God. This door is closed and there's fire behind the door. We don't want to go back to that door. It's burning down. We need to find a different path now. That path is burnt down. There's danger over there. We have to start over. We have to go somewhere else. It's painful to go back in that door. It's painful. And until it's so much more painful to keep going, then we say, oh, I'm going to take a new route. I did this once. I did this. You know, sometimes you get your GPS, right? You have a path home, and then you always take this one path home, and you're familiar with this path. You're comfortable. A lot of people, when they drive, they see their surroundings, right? It's nice and comfortable. And all of a sudden, your GPS says this familiar path has, 20 minutes extra with traffic, or you could take this different path and get home 20 minutes sooner. And some people will say, oh, you know what? I never really took this path, and, maybe I'll just sit in the 20 minutes. But I assure you, if the GPS said there's an hour and a half traffic, take this new route, you're going to go home, and it's going to be an hour and a half faster. You're going to be going the new path. You're going to be alert. You're going to say, whoa, I need to say, I'm not going to wait an hour and a half. I'm going to save an hour and a half, and I'm going to go a different path. If that resonates, if you've done that before, leave a comment, smash the like button. I appreciate all the help from the common people like me, because together we're doing this, right? And when you guys smash the like button, when you leave a comment, and when you share it with another friend, say, check out this guy, check out this channel, check out this message. Maybe it's going to help you. That's how we get the message out. Nothing is handed to us in the new earth. We're earning our way. I've been doing this for 3 years. That's why it's the power of resiliency. When you do something like this, and I pride myself in being the king of authenticity. I'm doing this for over 3 years now. And when you do something like this, the goal, right, is to maybe get a viral video. And maybe you get this video and it gets 200,000 views. And by doing so, people will find you, subscribe to the channel, whatever you want to call it. For 3 years, if I take that standard, I failed every time. I never had a viral video. But I'm still here. It's the power of resiliency. This is the total collapse of society 2022. I'm not here to tell anyone that it's easy. And as I've been sharing, everyone's going to have a different experience with it. Some people it's easy to change, and some people it's harder. You need resiliency and consistency. Talent doesn't matter. There's people, could be in sports. I talked about sports yesterday. Woo, watch out. Watch out, Light Warriors. I appreciate if you smash the like button on that one too. Let them know, Light Warriors. But I like to use everyday life examples so that people can understand, and overstand the topic. It could be sports. I think I got to do more videos on sports now. You could have more talent and waste it. But through consistency and resiliency, a person with less talent can be superior. Maybe win, right? Win the championship, whatever you want to call it. I shared about Derek Jeter, right? I'm talking about sports. They're cringing, right? Derek Jeter. Some people are familiar with Derek Jeter. I know I speak to all people around the world. But during the year, he was always a very good player, very good player. And he didn't have the most astonishing numbers, but through consistency in his career, he has the 6th most hits of all time in baseball. He didn't have these gaudy numbers, just kept going. And he excelled in the World Series, in the playoffs, when it counted the most. The will beats the skill. It's all stuff I teach about. The will beats the skill. Sometimes in inopportune conditions, you need to perform at your finest. And we're seeing the total collapse of society right now. You need to perform at your finest. I'm here to inspire people, not to promote victimhood. I'm here to inspire people to rise up and become the person that they came here to be. It's true. Remember the mocking. Remember the shaming. Shame on the Hawkins scale of vibrational consciousness is associated with the devil. The lowest state, shame. Judgment and expectations. A lot of people, they want to judge. They want to. Two people judge. There's actually two people. God and yourself. And I shared something that might have been new to you. Not only do you have faith in God, God has faith in you. Tesla said, in the universe, there is a core from which we obtain knowledge, strength, and inspiration. This core emits an electromagnetic signature that is received by your DNA. 93% of the function of DNA is light and sound reception and transmission. God will resonate within you, your soul, and your sacred heart, which is the core that lies within you, dear one. We're standing strong right now. This is the total collapse of society. And, some people hear apocalypse. They hear total collapse of the society wasn't working. It's okay. It's okay, light warriors. Don't worry about it. It's going to be good. Some people hear apocalypse. Some people hear total collapse of society. They get nervous. Some people hear it and they say, yay, time for freedom. So think about this now. Think about it. People will never change until the pain of remaining the same exceeds the pain of change. And that, a lot of people are saying, why is God allowing this to happen? Why is God allowing this to happen? I'm sure you hear this. I hear it from people as well. Sometimes I say it myself. I'm an authentic person, right? I say it myself. Why does this keep happening? And the answer is because God wants us to evolve. God has faith in you. God has faith in humanity. And the pain of remaining the same must exceed the pain of change in order for people to change. That's just how it is. Dawn Marie, thank you very much. I appreciate you. It's my honor to do this. I'm sorry if I missed any. Sharon, thank you very much. I appreciate you. I'll keep going. The core light warriors keep me going. I appreciate it. Some of us have been beaten down. My whole social life, whatever you want to call it, in the past year has been destroyed. It's true. Lost everything. Still here. Because that life didn't serve my greatest purpose. Practice what you preach. So I know that it's hard. Sometimes it needs to be taken away. Sometimes the door is open for an exit and escape route. You see that I put it in the world famous thumbnail, the escape. You want to escape to the new earth? Be preemptive and start making changes today. When I started teaching about all these topics 3 years ago, I had a lot of, anxiety. What are people going to think about these topics, right? And look at all the people that are here. Look at all the people. Resiliency, consistency, authenticity. Resiliency, consistency, and authenticity. And we will all survive the collapse of society in 2022. That pain is building up right now. It erupts. This energy is the ability to cause change. We're supposed to change, right? We're supposed to change. Everything is the light. Nikola Tesla, everything is the light. So sometimes if we see a volcanic eruption because of light energy that comes in, solar flares, when we see increased earthquakes and volcanism, right? Well, society as a whole, there's an eruption. The pain the suffering is no more. Pain is growth. Pain is growth, right? Pain is growth. I've been through many different aspects of pain. I did a video on Kensho versus Satori. Kensho versus Satori, Light Warriors. This is the truthful spiritual journey. If you're on the spiritual awakening journey, you want the true spiritual awakening journey, please smash the like button so that others can find this message. Sherry, thank you very much. We love you, Michael. Thank you. It's my honor, Sherry. I love you too. I love you. I'll keep going. And guess what, Light Warriors? A lot of people didn't tune into that message because it wasn't the popular thing to say. It wasn't rainbows and unicorns, right? It wasn't the law of attraction. It was the truth. Kensho versus Satori. That's our evolutionary journey. I'll share that in Telegram today. If you haven't seen Kensho versus Satori, you should check it out. It's an important message. I keep going with the most important, authentic messages, not the most popular messages, because that's what's going to benefit the people. You get some mocking, some shaming, you get some judgment, you get some expectations. Doesn't matter. That's God's test to me. That's God's test to me. Will you keep going, Michael? And the answer is, you better believe it. Till last breath, you keep going. That was the problem with the old life. People were routed in the ego. They would sell out. They would sell out their soul. Your soul is telling you. Your body is the tuning fork to telling you the truth. Some of you saw that one, right? Your body is the tuning fork to telling you the truth. Feel your body. Feel it. Dr. Bruce Lipton said that language was designed to hide feelings. All animals, we're animals, Light Warriors. We're animals. We're animals. All animals can pick up on vibration. And as Dr. Bruce Lipton said, the gazelle does not have to ask the lion, "Are you my friend?" It just knows and runs away. Get out of there. You're going to get eaten. And some people are feeling the satanic evil in this world. It's time to realize and get out of there. Get out of the building. It's on fire. Get out of there, right? That's what the gazelle does. The gazelle goes, boom, there it goes, takes off. You have to feel it. Class sentience in the end days. Class sentience in the end days. For 3 years, I hold this standard, and I'll just keep going. And if you haven't done so already, please connect on our Telegram. A lot of people need a group chat and friends 24 hours a day. Please connect on our Telegram chat, and I will share more on Telegram. And if you decide you want to join Patreon, I'm very grateful for all the support on Patreon. It's keeping me going during this time period. I appreciate each and every one of you. You know, we're all finding a way, and this is the new earth. I was even listening to a message and how new doctors are being sponsored and people so that they could go to people's houses and stuff. You know, it's very interesting how the new earth is going to work. So we're going to be able to leave some of these systems that are not going to serve the people, and we're going to actually beneficially, mutually help each other. It's Our Everyday Lives on Telegram, DJ Knots. Our Everyday Lives. One word. So take the time today to share this message. Some people, you know, and till the end, they want to hold on, and they hear total collapse of society, and they don't want to believe it. Sometimes the darkness, we don't want to see the darkness, right? We have to take a look. What's going on? We don't want to see the darkness. But we have to realize that we have it within all of us. Each person has it within them, inside of them, to make the change. Energy is the ability to cause change. There's so much energy now. And if you're resisting change, it's going to be very difficult. Ronnie, thank you very much. I appreciate you. It's my honor to do this. I could sit here from a place of authenticity. I changed a lot in the past 10 years. I always knew something, Light Warriors. I always knew something was wrong in this world. I always knew I had to do something very important for this world. I knew it. It was in my innate. But a lot of my beliefs changed as I learned. You have to let the ego go. And even today, you have to sit here when you realize, when you come to the place where you say, I don't know everything there is in the universe. That's going to help for a greater shift in society. I don't know everything that there is in the universe. There's many topics that we have to learn about. Realm. Is it round? Is it flat? Is it a vortex? Right? Some people know about what Tesla said about this realm, right? Tesla. So it's just a question. And there is no, if you're waking up to, if this is the message that wakes you up, it's my honor to do it. There's no right or wrong. If you woke up a long time ago, right? If you're starting to find your way out, if you're kind of out, if you have 1 foot in the matrix, 1 foot out of the matrix. I'm more out of the matrix now. I just got like a little toe in there at this point, right? Little toe, right? And some of you have totally made it out. You're on the 5D earth and you're just popping in to say hello to me as I'm still struggling, right? I could be on a beach somewhere, just like totally disconnected, right? Up in the mountains somewhere, right? But this is where we are right now. We're all positioned around the world for a divine purpose, and we're going to keep going. So I appreciate all of you, and I appreciate your authentic help in sharing these messages. So take the time. If this message resonates with you, smash and obliterate the like button. Break your phone. Don't break your phone, Light Warriors. And click subscribe. And if you haven't done so already, please click the bell next to subscribe and select all. I'll wait for you to do it. No, I'm just kidding. Light Warriors. Click the bell next to subscribe and select all. And this way you get all the updates, Light Warriors. You get all the updates. And share this message with someone and leave a comment on this message. Check out the channel page for all the messages that I've talked about. I'll share more on Telegram. Connect with others on Telegram. I can't do this group chat all day long. I know we're having fun here, but you could have fun there 24 hours. I don't have to be there because we are the collective. And you learn from other people as well. That's what this new earth is about. Give others a voice. I do the best I can to give others a voice. If my platform or whatever was bigger, I could even do more. But we have a good amount of people. We have a good amount of people. And we're growing every single day. Every single day. Sometimes we have our hiccups. We have our hiccups sometimes. Carrie, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Thanks for keep going, Michael. I'll keep going. I'll keep going. And you guys help me to keep going. And I appreciate all the help. Sharing authentically. Share it in groups. Share it with a friend. Text the video link to your friend. Say, check it out, friend. I appreciate all the support on Patreon right now. Very grateful for all of you. I share more behind the scenes stuff and a whole bunch of fun stuff. I'm starting to figure out some new plans for the next month on Patreon. And, take the time. So there are links in description. Links in description. I appreciate all the help. Sharing is the number one thing because we are a society. And it doesn't matter, you could have all the possessions. You have a big mansion. I talked about this in my Ragnarok video. Some of you saw my Ragnarok video. You could be in a big mansion, 7 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, whatever it is, all this big, and you're alone in this mansion. It's nothing. It's the people. Remember, Asgard is not a place, it's a people. It's about people. The people can be anywhere. We can have our society anywhere. And that's what we've lost in the last year. We've lost that human contact. We lost that feeling of society. Some people are being disconnected. They're being disconnected from the light. They're being thrown into an artificial realm. It's time for connection again. And that's how we build a new society as the old collapses. I know there's a lot in the world right now, but don't worry about what's going on out there. You know why. We cannot control what is around us. However, we can control from within. Be conscious that there is a lot of pain. And until the pain of remaining the same exceeds the pain of change, then people will sign up for change. You are a sovereign being. You hold the keys to the universe and become the change today. Today, do it today, Light Warriors. Do it today. Become the change that you want to see in the world. I am the defender of our everyday lives. Victory of the light. I hope this message is helpful for you. Take the time to share. I'll see you all soon. I appreciate all of you. Click the subscribe button. Click the bell next to subscribe and select all. I know it's a lot, but if you do all this stuff, we could stick together during this change. Have a great day. Namaste.